What's up, guys? Another brand new product from one of our favorite channel sponsors, CarLinkIt. This is called the T-Box Ambient or T-Box Max. Brand new module they just released not too long ago. Does have some differences over modules they've had in the past and other modules on their website. This video, I'm going to show you how to get this thing connected. Very easy to do. I'm going to go over the differences between this and the other modules, and then I'm also going to cover some frequently asked questions that I receive a lot on my previous videos on these type of boxes. So stay tuned. Hopefully it'll cover everything you need to know. If you have any other questions after watching this video, put them down below. We'll get you helped out and get them addressed. But let's jump right into this thing. I've already put it to the test a little bit. Absolutely love it. So let's give you a look. Before we go hooking up the new one thing I am going to do is, this is the old one that we've been using. I'm going to go ahead and delete this from the truck profile and from my phone. Very simple to do. In your phone, all you do is go into Bluetooth, find the AutoKit home, and just forget the device. Same thing in here on the truck screen. If you just go into your settings, click on Bluetooth and devices, AutoKit T-Box Plus. We're going to click on that. Click forget. And that way it's deleted from the truck. We can set the old one aside. Now, one other thing I am going to do, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this box. I don't know if I'm going to sell it, put it in my wife's car. I'm not really sure. If you do sell it, just make sure you go ahead and reset this to get rid of all of your information. Like I'm signed into my Google account and everything in there. So before I decide what I'm going to do with this box, just make sure you delete all your information off there. All right, so let's get this out of the package. First time, you can see we're just taking the plastic wrap off of it. Let's hook it up. I'm not really going to go over an unboxing. It's, basically all you're going to get is the box and the cables that you need. But this is what it looks like real quick. It's got kind of like a honeycomb pattern on it. And then you just get your two cables. One's the USB-C to USB-C, and then standard USB to USB-C. Now, because we have ours hidden in the middle console, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, but I have a video on the channel showing how I did this, how I hid it in the middle console. I'll link that down below. But let's go ahead and plug this in for the first time and check it out, see what it does. So we're going to use the middle port, USB-C. And in our Tundras, you would typically have to plug into this port, but I didn't like the wire showing or anything like that. So again, that's why I rerouted it and hid it in the middle console. So let's go ahead and plug it in. And I don't know if you can see, I'll try to spin it around to you guys. Hopefully you can see it in the camera. That middle ring is lighting up. It's showing up as AutoKit Ambient. So you can see what's happening here on the screen. We're going to get the boot up. And then we just have to, restart just for screen calibration. I did have to do this on the previous ones that I've used as well. So just click OK when you get that screen saying restart. Okay, so now you can see it restarted, full screen, and it should look basically like our other one. Well, don't show that again. We'll agree and accept. And then let's go right to our home page here. And again, this is the first time I'm plugging this in. So what I'm actually going to do is, let me mess around with this real quick. I'm going to kind of learn. This is a new box. This is the one that has Apple CarPlay as well. So let me kind of mess around with this real quick, and then I'll jump back on with you and show you what I learned, how to get this all hooked up and all that good stuff. So be right back with you. Took a quick look at the instructions, and it seems pretty straightforward. So all we're going to do, I haven't done anything other than look at the instruction manual real quick. So I have my Bluetooth open on my phone. All I'm going to do is click on this AutoKit button here, and then come into your Bluetooth settings in your phone, and it shows up as AutoKit Ambient. I'm just going to click on that. Then I'm getting a screen on my phone. I don't know if you can see it, but it just says pair. So I'm just going to click pair, and then allow it to sync. And let's see what happens. It says connecting. So this one is a little bit different than the last ones we've been using. Okay, there we go. So this is something you couldn't do on the previous versions, is get Apple CarPlay through this. Now, what I'm curious to see is, okay, we have Apple CarPlay, clearly, but do we have to go back into the AutoKit to use, the YouTube and the Netflix and all that stuff? So let me see what we do there, how to get back into that real quick. Okay, so I figured it out. As you can see, here we are in the regular Apple CarPlay. If you have an iPhone, this is what you would see with Apple CarPlay. If you click on the link that just says car, that's going to take you back to your, whatever you want to call it, your T-Box or the Ambient, the CarLinkIt screen, which is where you'll get your YouTube, Netflix. Now I'm going to go ahead and rearrange all these. I'll show you guys how to do that. Super easy to do. I'll show you how to delete apps off there that you don't want, and I'll also show you how to set the background screen to a different image if you want it. That's just the stock one that comes on there. So now, if you want to get back to Apple CarPlay, what you would do is click on the link or the button right here that says AutoKit. If you click on that, it's going to take you back to your CarPlay. So it's just that easy. Click on car, takes you to the CarLinkIt screen, and then AutoKit will take you back to the standard CarPlay. All right, so that's how you do that. Very simple to do. CarLinkIt, good job on that. So first things first, let's get connected to Wi-Fi. Now you can use, this is something I get asked all the time. Does this need a hotspot or Wi-Fi to use YouTube TV and Netflix and all that good stuff? Yes, it does. Every one of these boxes, I don't care if it's from CarLinkIt or a different brand, it needs a Wi-Fi hotspot. You can do that in different ways. You can use your hotspot from your phone. You can get a SIM card and plug it right into the box. There's a slot on the back, or you can get Wi-Fi through your vehicle. Now, I was using the hotspot off my phone. It was working fine, but I just recently started using Wi-Fi through my truck again. So all we're going to do is go into settings. And I want you to notice how quick and responsive this CarLinkIt is as we're going through this. That's one thing I noticed. That's why I love this CarLinkIt. It's super fast. The interface, it's just very user-friendly. So once we're in settings, we're just going to click on Wi-Fi. We're going to go to Internet. We're going to turn on Wi-Fi right there. Click OK. And now I've already entered my password. You can see Toyota Tundra right there. That's obviously the Wi-Fi through the truck. I've already put my password in there. Obviously, I didn't want to do that on the screen. So now we're connected to Wi-Fi. So if we go back to the home screen, we can come over. We could, just like the boxes that I've shown previously, you know, you can search the internet. Whoops. Sorry, a lot of this stuff I'm going into for the first time, so you're going to get these, you know, approval things. You won't get these anymore after you do this, but again, this is a brand new box, so you can see it's just asking us if it wants me to send, or if it wants to send me notifications, so you can go ahead and approve all that or not. It's up to you. So again, we're online now. You can search the web. You can go into, let's go into YouTube. And I've already signed into my account. You will have to do that for the first time, obviously. So as you can see, I watch a lot of woodworking stuff when I'm not doing stuff on the vehicle. So we're into our account. The other thing that I just realized, I didn't realize this on my other ones. If you have a YouTube channel, that app right there, YouTube Studio, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to block out a couple numbers for obvious reasons, but if you click on that, that's kind of our back office, I guess, for lack of better words, if you do have a YouTube channel. So it shows you that's how many subscribers we currently have, 15,588, and it just gives you all your details, your previous, you know, videos. It's everything that you can get on your phone in YouTube Studio, you can get on your screen now here as well. So if I'm sitting around while my kids are at practice or something and I want to go in and answer some questions from viewers and all that good stuff, I can do it right here on the screen instead of on my phone if I so choose. So that's really cool. But there's a ton of different apps that you can get on this thing. So Netflix, Spotify, you name it. I mean, it's literally a tablet on the go, just like the other boxes I've shown you in the past. So once you're signed into all of your goodies and all the apps that you want, Play Store, that's where you would go to download the new apps. YouTube TV wasn't on here at first, so I went into Play Store. Obviously, you have to sign into your Google account, and then you can download, you know, I downloaded YouTube TV, YouTube Studio, I put Instagram on here, CapCut, Netflix I downloaded, Prime Video, all that good stuff. So one thing I do want to point out, which this is new for this box, I don't believe the previous CarLinkIt had this. If it did, I never saw it, and I know these boxes pretty well, but the over-the-air update, that's a pretty cool feature, and I haven't clicked on that yet, so I'm going to do it right here for the first time with you. Let's click on that and see. So it shows you your current version. Let's check version. Now, obviously, you want to be connected to Wi-Fi, which we are through the truck. Okay, so we're up to date, so just click OK. That's pretty cool that you can do software updates right over the air. You don't have to worry about using micro SD cards or anything like that. So again, that is new for the newest CarLinkIt boxes. All right, so let me show you how to rearrange these screens. So obviously I want the apps that I use the most on my first screen. So what we're gonna do is you have to make room on the screen first. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let's get rid of the gallery app. We're just gonna slide that over here, put it on one of these screens over here, and then just let it go, and you'll see it'll drop on that. And we can swipe back to the main screen. We'll also get rid of this one here. Just push and hold it down, and then just slide it over until you get to the screen you want. So it's basically just like rearranging apps on your phone. It's that simple to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make some room on this first page. Move all of my mostly used apps over there, and we'll pick up with you there. Now, if you want to delete an app, also very simple. Let's just say I downloaded CapCut, Instagram, TikTok. Let's just say I want to get rid of TikTok. Press and hold, and instead of moving it to the screen you want, you can see right up above, there's a button that has a little garbage can. It says uninstall. If you hover over that and let go, it'll then get rid of the app for you, okay? I'm not gonna get rid of it, obviously, but that's how you would do it. Very simple. So another question I get asked a lot is, how do you split your screen if you're watching something? How can you open up maps and have them both open at the same time, or whatever the case may be? Very easy. Let's just say we're in YouTube TV, for example, but it could be Netflix, YouTube, whatever. Click on your little cheater circle button, and I recommend keeping that button. You can turn that button off so it doesn't show up when you touch the screen. I recommend keeping it on because it does have a few buttons on there that you're going to use more than not. So again, just touch the screen so the circle pops up. When you touch that white circle, you're going to click on the tab that has 3 purple pages on it. That's going to ask you what other app you want to open up. Now, these are apps that you already have open in the background. So Waze, I use a lot. It's already open in the background. If we click on it, you can now see we have YouTube TV and we have Waze open at the same time. You could also adjust the splits on this. So let's say we wanted YouTube TV to have a bigger portion of the screen. All you're going to do is touch right in between the 2 apps, slide it over, and you can now see YouTube TV has a bigger portion of the screen. Waze is over on the side there. You can go the other way as well. Say we wanted the mapping to have a bigger portion. You can see it's just that easy to do. All right, so that's how you would split your screen or have 2 apps open at the same time. One of the last questions I always get asked on these things is, how do you change the background image of your homepage? Very easy to do. All you do is take a micro SD card, pop it in your computer, save whatever images you have. Now, pictures in landscape mode, side to side or horizontal, they work the best just because of the layout of the screen. Save whatever images you want to a micro SD card, bring it out, pop it in the slot in the back of the CarLinkIt. You can't mess it up. It's right there by the power slot. Once you have that done, all you're going to do is simply go into settings, click on more, scroll down, click on wallpaper, and I'll actually change mine just so you can see. In here, it should come up under gallery. If not, it's going to be under one of these 2 options. But I saved 3 different pictures to my micro SD card. I wasn't sure which one I was going to like. So I'm going to click on gallery, click on the images, and there are the 3 that I saved to the micro SD card. Now, let's just say I want to change it and let's make it this one here, just to show you. Click on the image, and then up here in the corner, it's going to say set wallpaper with a check mark. If you click on that, you're done. Now, if we go back to our home screen, you can see we now changed the image. It's that easy to do. Again, just the pictures that are in landscape mode do work better just because of the layout box. But there you can see it. I'm going to save those 3 images in there. So if I want to rotate them or, change them every so often, you can do it. But that's how you change the background image on your CarLinkIt. 2 more quick tips, and then we're going to wrap this video up. Number 1, if you want to turn off the LED lighting, which we probably will because we have ours hidden anyway, all you do is go to the LED app right there, and you can actually change the settings on the LED ring, or if you just hit that, it'll turn the LED off. Doesn't turn the box off, just turns the LED ring off. I'll probably leave it like that again, just because we have ours hidden anyway, so that doesn't really matter. But you can change the speed of the lighting effect and all that good stuff. Last tip is when you are on the home page, you can swipe down to get to Bluetooth, internet connections, Wi-Fi. So if for some reason you're not connected or whatever the case may be, just a quick way, instead of having to go through settings, very fast way to get into airplane mode, hotspot, internet, Bluetooth, location. Again, just a very quick way to get into those settings instead of having to go through, you know, the options in your setting menu. So before we wrap this up, just wanted to mention the settings and all the options. I'm not going to go through all that. If you go into settings, there is a ton of different things you can customize and change, you know, to make it fit your liking. You can change the startup, you know, what you see on the home page. There's different things you can mess around with there. Just go into the options, play around with it, and you can customize it. I don't want the video to go on for 45 minutes with me covering all that stuff. It's very simple. You can't really mess anything up. Just go into the settings and play around with the things until you find what you like. But I do want to mention, as far as iPhone users, I've already mentioned it. This obviously works with iPhone. That's what we have, a 12 Pro Max. If you're an Android user, this is probably even easier for you. Everything should sync up as far as your contacts and all that good stuff. If you're an iPhone user, once you're all connected and everything like I just showed you how to do it, you don't have to do anything extra, but you do have to use, while you're in the CarLinkIt screen, I showed you how to go back and forth to CarPlay, but while you're in the CarLinkIt screen like we are right now, if you want to use your phone to make a call or anything like that, you just have to use the BT phone app or Bluetooth phone app right there. If you click on that, I'll show you. You can see we're connected to my 12 Pro Max, and then I'll blur this screen out or black this part out because I don't want names and numbers showing up on the screen, but you can see my contacts and their phone numbers are all there, my recent calls. You have your keypad if you wanted to dial a number, and then the last thing, you can play music through this as well. I use Spotify, the Spotify app, for that, but if you wanted to play music through Bluetooth from your phone, you could easily do it right there as well. So, all right, definitely works with iPhones. That's all we've been using, that easy. The speakers work as they should. I've already tested it out. The volume, you know, for your phone call, everything on the steering wheel still works. No issues there at all. So works perfectly fine with the iPhone. Just have to use that app right there, the BT phone. There you have it, guys. Brand new T-Box Ambient from CarLinkIt. Pick one of these things up. I absolutely love it. The fact that you can switch back and forth between your CarPlay and the Android operating system that easily, that's awesome for us iPhone users. You know, if you do want to switch to your standard CarPlay for any reason, you saw how easy it was to do. And then the performance on this thing, it's nothing short of what I would expect, which is why I partnered with CarLinkIt. The older module that I was using, I never had a single issue with it as far as it freezing or glitching or anything like that. It's been awesome. So can't recommend CarLinkIt enough. Hopefully this answered some of the questions you guys have on these boxes. If there's anything else you want me to cover, let me know. We'll get it addressed for you. Use our discount code Z18. It'll save you 18% on your entire order through CarLinkIt's website. All right. Any other questions? Put them down below. We'll get them addressed. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.